What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Welcome back to part 3 of our Pokemon Crystal playthrough. So, if you've been with us so far, you've seen the first 2 videos, you know that we got our starter, we got our Totodile, and we made our way to Cherry Grove after delivering the mysterious egg situation back to Elm, rewarded us with 5 Pokeballs, and we are on our way. So, as of right now, and I'll switch over to my other scene here, you can go ahead and see that we are currently in Cherry Grove City. Now, even though we're here in Cherry Grove, up north is the direction where we would go to run into, say, Mr. Pokemon's house. We're not really going to do anything there, though, yet, because that is going to be the journey and the path that we take to get towards Violet City. There's a few stops that we have to make along the way, a few obstacles, and a variety of trainers. So let's talk about a couple of things before we go there. First, after you've beaten your rival here, you battle him right over here to my immediate right in-game, or at least in front of the trainer, I suppose. So, like, whatever, you get the idea. Anyway, so after beating your rival here, a couple of things take place. First, the Pokemart is now available to sell Pokeballs. So if you want to stock up beyond the initial 5 that you got, by all means, you could do that. Also, if you want to, you can go back to New Bark Town and you can talk to your mother and you can start your savings account if you want. Now, I personally never really found a huge deal in leaving your money there, as it doesn't really seem to benefit much. I can earn as much as I need by going out and battling, selling items, things like that. But if you like that, you find value in it, you could do that. Now, we talked about this, I think, briefly, and if I didn't, I want to make sure that we understand that before you head on over north through Route 30, 31, and then continue on to Dark Cave, and then make your way to Violet City to take on Faulkner and his Bird-type Pokemon, and, try your chances at getting the Zephyr badge, which shouldn't be too hard. Faulkner's kind of a weak trainer. You might want to go back to Route 46, which can be found directly in between Cherry Grove and New Bark Town. Now, Route 46 doesn't really have a whole lot going on in there, but there are a few rare Pokemon that you can obtain here, such as Phanpy, I always say that name wrong. We're just going to say Fan for short, just for the sake of sanity. But you can catch Fan here, who evolves into Donphin, and is probably one of the more powerful ground-type Pokemon, see, I told you I was going to say that a lot, Pokemon that you can get this early in the game, and maybe even overall, as far as ground types are concerned. The wide variety of attacks make Fan, and then later into Donphin, extremely desirable and very capable, and you may even want to keep them in your lineup. Now, here's the problem. Route 46, and this is my 3rd attempt going through this video, and I'll tell you why. Route 46 is plagued with Rattata, Spearow, Geodude, and that's pretty much it. Now, I know you can find Fan in this grass patch here, but Fan only has a 5% chance of being obtained in the morning, which means, even though that should suggest that every 1 in 20 battles you would see a Fan, that's not the case. I've gone through this video, and I recorded it twice. Both times were about a half hour in length, just me drawing on, trying to find a Fan in the wild, and I've yet to see one. Now, we are sitting at 10:52 a.m. Thursday, and this does do real time in the sense that a minute is 60 seconds in-game. But obviously, at the time of this recording, it's not 10:52 a.m. But that being said, I'm going to spend a few minutes in here to see if I can catch a Fan, and then I'm going to move on. I've realized that even though I've tried to, coax Lady Luck into showing us her hand and revealing a Fan in the wild here, it's just not in the cards. Wow, that was a really good analogy. I'm pretty good with that. Metaphor? Analogy? Both? Whatever. Anyway, so as you can see, we've already seen a Spearow and a Rattata, and there's Geodude in here, but the chances of running into a Fan are exceptionally low, so if you want one, you're going to have to stick around for quite a bit. As for me, I'm just going to give it maybe a few more random encounters before we move on and make our way to Route 30 and 31. Now, once we get there, I want to point out that depending on what time of day you've set your game at, when you started, and by the time you get to Route 30 and 31, you might want to stick around for a little bit too. While Phanpy, or Fan, is available here at Route 46 really early, if at night you run through the grass up in Route 30-ish, Route 30, 31, 30, you could see a Gastly in the wild, which is awesome because there's not really a whole lot of ghost Pokemon that are available to you that early, especially Gastly evolving into Haunter, and then trade out and back in for Gengar, obviously. That being said, every wild Pokemon on the Routes 30 and 31, I believe, I think so, if I remember correctly, all the Pokemon that you see in the wild and Gold and Silver are available there in Pokemon Crystal. So, if you want, you can stick around and catch those guys, fill up your Pokédex a little bit, maybe manipulate your lineup to contain a variety of bug Pokemon. I don't know how effective they're going to be against bird types. I'd probably say not at all. But I mean, if you want a Gastly and it's at night, then you can try your hand. I'm only going to look a couple more times here to see if I can find a Fan. I'm going to move on. I still haven't seen one in here. I'm almost not even going to believe it myself. I did the research and found that it's guaranteed Fan should be in here. Not a one. Tons of Geodude, tons of Spearow, tons of Rattata. That's it. Nothing else. It's not even worth it. So I think I've spent probably an hour in this grass patch, and I still haven't seen one. And that's me, like, turning off my game and turning it back on, and the timer still goes, because it uses real time, and so, yeah, Spearow, damn it. Now, you could get Spearow and evolve it into Fearow if you do the grinding and all that, but I don't really think that Spearow is a Pokemon on anyone's coveted lineup. Rattata, probably not so much either. Now, Geodude, on the other hand, does turn into Graveler, and Golem, if you trade out and trade in, you know, you could obtain Golem that way. But even so, you're probably not going to see a Golem very early in the game. Even if you do evolve Geodude and Graveler and trade out, it's probably not even worth it. I don't really see a whole lot of people using those types. Yeah, there are trainers in the game that use Rattata and that use Spearow and Geodude in their evolutionary forms, but no. Those Pokemon oftentimes see a lot to be desired, so that's not really something that I want to include in my lineup. I'm only here for Fan, and that's it. If I don't see him in this next maybe 1 or 2 battles, yeah, I'll do one more, and then we're going to move on. But the good news is that, as I said, Falkner is a relatively weak trainer, so I'm not too worried about it. Water type isn't anything that I would say is your go-to for taking on a bird type trainer, but I mean, it's not really anything else out there that I want. I can get a Pidgey, evolve into Pidgeotto probably by the time that I get to Falkner and Violet, but even so, bird against bird probably is not going to work out. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I assure you, though, that he is here. I can't really speak from experience, but from my research, it does tell me that, yes, Fan would definitely be in this grass patch, so you can spend your time in here if you want. It's worth it, but for me, for the playthrough and the sake of my own sanity, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. We're just going to keep on going. Yeah, so back on Route 29, we're going to head towards Mr. Pokemon's house. Now, we went up the northeastern route to get into his house and get the mysterious egg, but we aren't going to do that. We're going to go the western side, and in doing so, that should give us the opportunity to run into a bunch of trainers. Unfortunately, I don't think there's really a path that we can take to avoid all of them, so don't expect anything like that. Not really much else going on in this town. I don't think we can get any of the rods yet, and even if we did, it'd only be Magikarp that we can catch for now. Although he does evolve into Gyarados at level 20, so that might be something that you might want to do. When it comes to getting a rod, that is. I don't actually recall seeing a rod in Cherry Grove, but I'm not going to even bother looking, because it doesn't matter. I already have my water type of choice. Gyarados is not really on my list of Pokemon that I would like to obtain. Alright, so this guy over here hooks you up with some berries, whatever. Oh shit, that's right. I have to go up and then to the left first to get around this. Just follow the road. Yeah, we might be able to avoid that one. Yeah, we can't avoid this one. Nope. Alright. Alright, so what is this guy? I'm assuming a bug trainer. Oh, youngster. Okay. Alright, so we're going to take on youngster Mikey, probably Rattata, and... no, Pidgey. Alright, what level are we at? Level 2? My Totodile is going to crush your bones. Alright, let's go ahead and use Water Gun just to finish him off. Single Blast should do it. I forgot how the animations are so much cleaner. They really outdid themselves from Gen 1 to Gen 2. Now, Crystal obviously is the 3rd installment in Gen 2, so they've fine-tuned a little bit here and there. Rattata, yeah. Flippin' knew it. I flippin' knew it, man. Alright, there we go. Finish him off. Alright, for the sake of this installment of our playthrough, I'm going to see if I can run all the way through the route and get the Dark Cave and then save that for the next video. But let's see if we can do it. There's quite a few trainers that are in our way, but if Mikey here is at level 2, then I'm not concerned. What does this say? Trainer tips. No stealing other people's Pokemon. Pokeballs are to be thrown only at wild Pokemon. I think she's a fighter as well. Alright, we could probably go... I think there's a wall right behind that person, so I don't know if we can go around him, but we'll check. Alright, so we got ourselves a Hoppip. No. You want to have a diversity in your lineup, obviously. Being well-rounded makes you for a really capable and a strong trainer, but for me, I'm out for a very specific set of Pokemon. Now, Nuzlocke rules oh, damn it. Don't call me, Mom. God. Marcus, I heard from Professor Elm that you went on a long trip. Mom, I'm like literally 20 steps the other direction. I wish you would have told me. What about money? Should I save it? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh, damn it. Mom, give me my money. I beat up kids' Pokemon and animals and shit for this. Ugh. Alright, whatever. I'll have to, like, fix that later because I do not want her saving my dough. Alright, Pidgey. Nah, I'm cool. It doesn't take many, it doesn't take a whole lot of experience for me to evolve Totodile into Croconaw here at level 18. Okay, oh, you know what? We might actually be able to... What do we got here? Potion. Okay, I thought there was actually a longer route between us and Dark Cave here, but that's not the case. What do we got? More berries. He's probably going to fight me. That jerk's going to fight me. You know what? Screw it. Let's just take these guys on just for the evolution. I walked too far looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. If I were a wild Pokemon, I'd be easy to catch. Is these... Oh, okay. I figured you'd be a trainer. You're not going to approach me. I'm going to approach you. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you. Alright. Alright, here we go. Bug Catcher, what do you got? Caterpie, Kakuna maybe, Ladybug. Yeah, Caterpie, there you go. Ugh, I really don't like Caterpie's animation. Those antennae being all phallic and junk. Ugh. It's like hentai on his forehead. He does have... well, he has grass-type attacks too, in addition to being bug, so he probably has an advantage there, but my level is going to crush him. 17 against 2? Come on, really? Was there any doubt in your mind? Caterpie. It's interesting. I found that this game does have a lot of unique, quirky differences. Generation 2 as a whole over Generation 1. A lot more wild encounters. But also, these games have exceptionally low-level beginning Pokemon. Like, level 2? I'd expect these guys to be a little bit higher up than that. But even Faulkner's Pokemon are trash. Like, they're so weak. It doesn't matter what Pokemon you get. Probably a Cyndaquil would be the most capable. Fire type against bird type is probably the most reasonable. Water type and grass don't really seem to stand a chance. But again, it all depends on how much stronger you are via level. But in terms of element versus element, if you consider flying an element, the bird type will have an advantage except over fire. But whatever. Halfway there, we're pretty close to evolving. It might not happen in this playthrough though, but you know, whatever. Alright, what do we got? Hey, a Pokeball. Alright, that's fine. I didn't buy any from the Pokemon Center anyway, so having a couple extra is fine. I don't really care to run through this grass, though. But along, like I said, along Route 30 at night, you should be able to see Gastly if you'd like. Let's see, what do we got here? Dark Cave. If Pokemon could light it up, I'd explore it. Oh, shit. I'm talking about Flash. Alright. Well, you know what? Just because we're going from a very big difference here, oh no, this is going to be tough. It doesn't even look like Dark Cave even shows anything like rocks or anything as a path to get through. This is going to suck. Yeah, this is going to be a completely different playthrough. Alright, so we'll go ahead and save it here. Anyway, if you guys wanted to spend some time catching a Phanpy, let me know. Let me know if you guys are playing this game adjacent to me. Let me know if you saw a Phanpy, because I swear to God they're down there, and I just didn't see one myself. I don't know, whatever. But if you guys have some feedback or anything like that, be sure to drop it in the comment section. If you have any desire to drop a like, I appreciate that. That would be cool. But in any case, don't forget to subscribe, guys. I always appreciate it when you show support in that way, and it always gives me assistance in knowing what direction to take the channel going forward. But as always, we are wrapping it up, so thank you for participating and watching this installment of our playthrough. I will see you next time where we take on the challenge of getting through this extremely dark cave. My God. Alright, well, yeah, I imagine this is what Amy Schumer's vagina looks like. But anyway, moving on, I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, and yeah, take it easy. Okay, alright, bye.